time for the most motivational segment in all sports, the Bud List. It's also a time where we answer some viewer mail because even though it's the year 2023, we get a lot of physical mail, and we're always ready to address your comments and concerns. Okay. Unfortunately, before we do, we only do it with letter reading music.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dear Wilds.
Dear entire show. Love the show. Thank you. Are you at all concerned about AI and what looks to be our short march to living in a vat of digital green ooze while our souls are harvested by sentient robot royalty? Please advise Don. Well, Don, we are a little bit concerned about that. And while it is easy for AI to generate a hard-to-find recipe and have it at your fingertips, we are nervous about AI wreaking havoc on our infrastructure and society at large. And that's why we have released our own AI.
Oh, we have?
Yes, it's the Bud List AI. In short, it's called Bud List GPT. It's a little bit of a more family-friendly AI, and it has very little societal harm because it only spits out one answer, and that answer is...
I believe in you.
Please reveal.
What is it?
I believe in you. So there it is. It's available in the App Store. Get it before the robots knock it out of there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I go to it every morning before the show. I believe in you, and that's why I rock so hard on the show. All right, here we go. Number 3 on the Bud List.
Here we go.
Anthony Davis.
Oh.
And this is going to be a different one. I'm just going to hold AD to his own words. Let's see what he said last night after going 38-10 in a big win over the Bulls. I think we've got everything we need. It's just about going out. Oh, can we go back? Go back.
I don't know if we can go back.
Oh, okay. And I think we got everything we need. We can definitely make a run. We've got to. Oh, here we go. We can definitely make a run. We've got all the right pieces from top to bottom.
Wow.
Yesterday, before the shoot around, he went stronger.
Oh, good.
We owe this Bulls team. We owe Houston. We owe Minnesota. All these teams, Utah. So all these teams on this trip are teams that we lost to recently, and we want to get some get back. You sound like James Brown.
Is that in
and
the quote?
Seeing as the situation that we're in, we need to win these games. So this is a time where we shouldn't shy away from the moment. We should embrace it, and these are the moments that you live for as a player.
Good.
If I didn't know better, Nick, you're going to get mad, but Wild Jeweler, I think that was Patrick Beverly. I mean, he came out strong. I have not heard AD. Maybe I missed it. That's a strong quote, AD.
Yeah.
I believe in you, hopefully not more than you believe in yourself. So come out these next few games. You said it. You got to get some get back.
Yeah, nice.
So go ahead, 38-10 every now. Make sure you play well, you take your 15 shots, and you get that get back. At number 2, KD. From AD to KD.
Oh, both.
All right, KD, I'm not worried about last night. I'm not going to hold the 5 of 18, 16 points against you. You're rusty. You should be rusty. That's not even a concern. But you've got 6 games left. 6. That's it. To get your rhythm back, get in midseason form. I know that sounds crazy in 6 games, but the playoffs are coming. So we need you to get in midseason form in 6 games and mesh with your new teammates. Now, a lot of people, if you guys don't win the West, they will say, what'd you expect? They had 10 games together. It might be a legitimate explanation rather than an excuse, but nobody's going to see it that way. Vegas already has you guys favored, according to Fox Sports Bet, to win the West. All right, nobody's going to look at that, and all the other teams are in disarray too in that conference. So, KD, you got to go out and get it done. And I know you talked about with the Athletic that you don't care about your legacy, and we'll get into that later. But you want to shift up a legacy? Lead this Suns team to the finals and maybe to the championship. And all the buts will be gone.
That's correct.
KD, I believe in you, even though you're not with the Nets anymore. Number 1, speaking of the Nets, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie's become a mainstay on the Bud list, but It pains me to say this, but Kyrie, there's really only one thing to say to Kyrie about this season. You blew it.
Wow.
You blew it.
Wow.
Everything was Brooklyn. It was all great. You had moved on from the controversy early in the season. You had been voted by the fans to be a starter in the All-Star game. At one point, you guys won 18 of 20 games. You had Kevin Durant there about to come back from injury. And you decided to jet because they wouldn't give you the bag or close to the bag that you wanted. But now you go to Dallas. And they went from being 3 games above 500 at the trade time to 3 games under with you. The offensive rating, ranking in the league, worse. The defensive rating, worse since you've been there. And now that D'Angelo Russell, short sample size, but might be working out with the Lakers, I don't know where you're getting that bag from next year. So there's one way to fix it, Kyrie. Go out and get big. Look, defense, rebounding, shooting, locker room speeches, whatever you have to do.
Rebounding?
You've got to get this Dallas Mavericks team into the play in the same face for your man Nick Wright. But also, you got to have a nice postseason run. He has to. That's the only way to fix this. And Kyrie, I believe in you.
You don't believe in him. You just said
I believe in your individual skills.
They're going to miss.
Your handle,
I've got one official, one
see if you can
unofficial edition of the Bud List. The unofficial edition. Any of our viewers that don't have 20/20 vision after that Anthony Davis quote board we put up there, they are they still don't know what he said. And my official addition to the Bud List is Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, wow.
So, Tom Pelissero reported shortly before he went on the air that Beckham is nearing a decision, most likely the Jets.
Oh.
I am here to tell you, Odell, that is a bad idea.
Ooh.
You will not be the number 1 option. Garrett Wilson is. You might not be the number 2 option because Alan Lazard's there. We know that Aaron Rodgers might have them bring in Randall Cobb because he's their, the third guy in dominoes with him and Nathaniel Hackett. You have an option to go to Kansas City, where you will be the number 1 wide receiver on the roster. And a quick story of what happened with the last number 1 receiver that went to Kansas City on a prove-it deal. His name was Juju Smith-Schuster. He signed for 1 year, $3.7 million. Do you know how much he ended up making with the Chiefs last year? Nearly $10 million. Because he hit all his incentives, they made the Super Bowl, they won the Super Bowl, and then he signed with the Patriots for $33 million. Not really 33, closer to 25, but it was reported at 33. Come to the Chiefs, be the number 1 option, go 20-0, win another Super Bowl, and then cash in one last time. And you and Kadarius Toney can kind of stick it to the Giants collectively. Their 2 best receivers that they have had in the last decade, they both gave up on they gave up on both of you too early. You can go win a Super Bowl. Odell Beckham Jr., I believe in you. I've got great real estate you can rent. Go to Kansas City, my friend.
Want your condominium.
I don't have Kansas City's not a big condominium town. I thought you would have noticed that when we were there celebrating the latest Super Bowl. See a lot of high-rise condos there? Or is it more in beautiful houses with yards? Good family town. Odell's a good family man, my friend. Go ahead and do your thing.
But look, I like Odell with the Chiefs, obviously with Mahomes. Here's the thing I don't like, though, Nick. I don't know if I want that number 1 pressure on Odell.
But Kelsey's the number 1. But the thing is, Kelsey is the number 1.
So
he would be the number 1 receiver.
He's their best receiver.
He's right. He gets the the Chiefs are the only team that could win a Super Bowl, in my opinion, where Odell comes in and is immediately the number 1 receiver. All the other Super Bowl contenders that I can think of already have a top-flight receiver. The Chiefs do not. They have a tight end and the greatest quarterback we've ever seen.
I just don't like calling him number 1. I don't think that'll work.
Hey.
But
not number 1
like
pass catcher, but number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Speaking of football dynasties.
Thank you, Wild.
Dynasty.
Thank you, buddy.
Entry-level dynasty.
Thanks,
Travel-size dynasty. I'm putting Bill Belichick on the Bud list.
Fun size.
Oh, we're doing old dynasties
Belichick.
like the Chuck Noll Steelers.
Earlier this week, a reporter asked Bill Belichick, Why should fans be optimistic about this upcoming season? Here's what he said. Take a listen. Some people took that the wrong way since we've been 25-25 since Tom Brady left, just a mid-level 500 team. Belichick later clarified those comments, not necessarily clarified them, but added to them, saying, quote, "We're not resting on our past laurels. That's not the message to the team or the fans. We have never operated that way, and we aren't now." Well, Bill Belichick, I believe in you, and I know we can't win, hang a banner in the offseason, but I would like a rationale or a reason why we can't go get Lamar Jackson, who via Meek Mill said he wanted to be on the Patriots, even though Asante Samuel, disgruntled two-time Super Bowl champ, has said, "Lamar, my brother, trust me, you don't want to play for Belichick," said two-time Super Bowl champion Asante Samuel. So Bill Belichick, I believe in you. And Lamar Jackson, I believe in you too. And I don't know that you should necessarily believe the tweets from two-time Super Bowl champion Asante Samuel. Bill Belichick's on the bud list, but Bill, I believe in you.
All right, well, it's not bad. You know who Lamar should call? I mean, if the Patriots want him, I agree with you, they should. Cam. See what it's like to be a quarterback for Belichick. That's what he should ask.
Sure.
Because Asante,
Or
Lamar.
also call Tom Brady. He seemed to do well.
He did pretty well.
Call me. Come on the show.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.